guys, it's Mike at Craft Beer Storm, also founder owner brewer at Barrow Brewing Company in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Where are you going to be this weekend? St. Patty's weekend. You need to come into the tap room if you're in the New Hampshire area. We got stout. The stout is coming out. And we also have our double IPA, which is called Feck-It. Why not? New Hampshire approved the name, so that's cool. It's a blend of 7 different West Coast hops. It's delicious. It's a double IPA, 8.1%. So right up your alley if you don't like stouts. If you like stouts, then you need to have our stouts, a dry oat milk stout. Awesome. You have other things on tap too. And we have some music Saturday and Sunday. So that's a plug for Barra. So if you're in the area, come by 2800 Lafayette Road, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Don't go in town. Don't go downtown. Come down by us. We're outside of town. We're near Northampton. But we got parking. Hey, we got parking. And I'll be handing out flyers downtown Portsmouth to try to get you down there. But stop by. Stop by for a pint. Okay, anyway, it's Wednesday, and that means we're going to do another beer style. We go down to the Great American Beer Festival, a list of categories of beers that are entered into the competition. There's 102, and they have subcategories as well. And this week we are going to do smoke beer. And what is smoke beer? So we have a description courtesy of Beer Advocate. When the malt is kilned over an open flame, the smoke flavor becomes infused into the beer, leaving a taste that can vary from dense campfire to slight wisps of smoke. So the whole theme here is smoke, right, when you're drinking the beer. Any style of beer can be smoked. The goal is to reach a balance between the style's character and the smoky properties. Originating in Germany as a Rauchbier, this style is open to interpretation by U.S. craft brewers. Classic base styles include the German-style Marzen, Oktoberfest, German-style Bock, German-style Dunkel, Vienna-style Lager, and more. So smoke flavors dissipate over time. So you can use a lot of different beers. Actually, there's 6 subcategories in this one category, smoked beer. So I told you there's a lot of different styles of beer that are out there. So we'll go over each one briefly. But you know the key is using this barley that's smoked, like Weyermann, which is awesome. They produce barley. German provider of excellent barley makes a smoked malt. It's also called a Rauchmalt, and they have a famous beechwood-smoked malt that can make up to 100% of the grist for classic Bamberger Rauchbier. That's really super smoky. This stuff is very intense, so you don't really need a lot of it to get the smoke in the beer. And you can use smaller percentages to add smoke character to the Bock, Helles, hefeweizen, porters, Scottish ales, brown ales, all kinds of beer. So you just use a little bit of it. But the subcategories, like the first one is Bamberger-style Rauchbier. And the color on that is pale to chestnut brown, and it has, all these have a low IBU, International Bitterness Unit, which we described in another podcast as a scale from 0 to 100. So 0 is like no hops at all, no bitterness, and 100 is like max bitterness, max hoppiness in the beer. So they're all very low IBUs. Not very low, but they're on the lower end. So the first one, is pale to chestnut brown in color. The next one, subcategory, is Bamberger-style Helles Rauchbier, and that's a light pale to golden beer. Third subcategory is Bamberger-style Marzen Rauchbier, and that's a pale to light brown ale. The fourth one is a Bamberger-style Bock Rauchbier, which is dark brown to very dark. So that's the Bock beer. Fifth category is just smoked porter, and that's a porter, dark brown to black. And then there's a 6 subcategories, other smoked beer, and that varies. That could be anything else where you want to introduce this smoky barley to. And the color for all these, any beer of any style incorporating the smoke, it can range from very light to black in color. Clarity varies with underlying style. The perceived malt aroma and flavor, it varies with the underlying style, but smoky malt aroma and flavor ranging from low to high should be present. So whatever beer you enter into this competition, or whatever beer is in the style, has to have some type of smoky malt aroma and flavor. And then the hop aroma, flavor, bitterness, body, ABV, that all varies according to the underlying style. Just the common thread is the smokiness. Glassware would be like a pint glass or a tumbler. That would be good for this type of beer. So some examples would be Smoking Wood, bourbon barrel aged from the brewery, they are in California, and the style is smoked beer. The ABV is high on this one; it's 13%, so it's heavy duty, but it's bourbon barrel aged as well. So I haven't had it, but it must be delicious. It's brewed with a hefty amount of smoked malt. Smoking Wood is a delicious demonstration of what wood has to offer when it comes to beer, both in the malting process and the aging process. This imperial smoked porter is brewed with rye malt, contributing to a full body and light spiciness. Toasty oak, caramel, and vanilla flavors balance the smokiness, contributing an intense yet refined flavor profile. They're both rye barrel and bourbon barrel aged variations of the beer, which are layered with a rounding richness from the spirit that once resided inside the barrel. So the key to these beers is not to have an overpowering, smoky, experience, but balancing it with the beer. And then these guys barrel age it too. So they did a fantastic job. The second one is Gotlandstricke from Jesterkin Brewery. And they're located in Texas. The style is smoke beer, and the ABV on this one, alcohol by volume, is 6.6%, so it's okay. A little higher, but it's okay. Gotlandstricke, meaning drink from the good land, is believed to have been the beer of the Vikings. Wow, our rendition of this ancient style is inspired by the traditional farmhouse ales once brewed in the island of Gotland, off the coast of Sweden, unfiltered, unpasteurized, and naturally conditioned. So that was their offering on smoky beer. But that's what we have today. That's your smoked beer. A common thread is using this smoked malt. It's a process where they, introduce this smoky taste into it. But it's used. A lot of people drink it. And you should try it if it's on tap and where you're going. Ask for the smoked beer and see how you like it. Might be your new favorite beer. You never know. But that's our show for today on smoked beer. If you like what we're doing, you like our podcast, I would appreciate if you can go onto iTunes, take 5 seconds. Really takes 2 minutes. Go on to iTunes, leave us a rating, leave us a review. Tell a friend, tell 10 friends. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're all over the place. But we need you to give us a rating, give us a review on iTunes. That gets us up in the rankings, and it just increases our presence and it gets more people interested in what we're doing and gets it out to more people. So if you can do that for me, I would appreciate it. And I guess that's our story for today. And we will talk to you Friday with craft beer news. All right, well, take care.